Morning, all. All right, so we've got 11 games tonight in the NHL. We're going to have 10 on at the same time for a while here, so I, again, will do the best that I can. So we've got four of them starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, starting with Detroit in against the Buffalo Sabres. This is the Buffalo Sabres' first game back after the break. It's been a longer break than expected due to the weather, causing that one Buffalo game to be postponed. So Detroit in against Buffalo tonight on October 31st, the first meeting between these two teams. It was an 8-3 win for Buffalo. Because it's more than 4 goals, I've got the Cobra Kai No Mercy magnet there. So that was the first victory, and then November 30th, Buffalo wins again in a shootout 5-4. The fourth and final meeting will be on April the 6th. For Detroit, they're 15-11-7. Their last 10 games, they're 4-4-2. They've won 2 in a row, including that huge win last night over Pittsburgh. Away from home, they're 7-5-4, and their goal differential is a -6 currently. On the Buffalo side, they're 16-14-2. Their last 10 games, they're 7-2-1. They've won 4 in a row. Thus far, at home, they're 7-8-2, and they have a +18 in the goal differential department. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Montreal Canadiens in against the Florida Panthers. Montreal coming off that loss last night against Tampa. My guess is Florida probably wins this one. This is the first of 4 meetings. They'll meet again January 19th, March 16th, as well as March the 30th. Montreal is currently 15-17-3. Their last 10 games are 3-6-1. They have lost their last 2. Away from home, they're 8-8-3, and they have a -26 in the goal differential department. On the Florida side, they are disappointing 15-16-4. Last 10 games, they're 3-7. They've lost 3 in a row. At home, they're 8-5-3. They have a -6 with their goal differential. So Florida looking to turn things around coming out of the Christmas break. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay coming off that win last night over Montreal. October the 11th, the New York Rangers win 3-1. The third and final meeting between these teams will be on April the 5th. So for the Rangers, they're 19-12-5. Their last 10 games are 8-2. They did lose their last game. They're 11-5-1 away from home. They have a +16 in the goal differential department. Tampa Bay is now 21-11-1. The last 10 games are 7-3. They did win last night. At home, they're 13-4-1, and they have a +21 in the goal differential department. My guess is the familiarity between these teams, plus the relative importance of this game, will lead to this being one of the best games of the night. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Ottawa Senators and the Washington Capitals, the last meeting between the two nations' capitals in the NHL. Ottawa won the first meeting October 20th, 5-2. December 22nd, Washington won in overtime, 3-2. For the Senators, they're 15-16-3. Their last 10 games are 5-3-2. They did win their last game. Away from home, they're 6-8-2 in their goal differential. They've allowed 5 more goals than they've scored thus far this season. On the Washington side, they're 20-13-4. Their last 10 games are 9-1. They've won 5 in a row. At home, they're 11-5-1, and they were a +13 in the goal differential department. So, yeah, things have been looking up for Washington recently. We'll see if that continues against a Sens team looking to get back to 500 again. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the New York Islanders. On November the 12th, the Islanders won this meeting 4-3 in overtime. November 25th, the Islanders win again, this time by a score 3-2 in regulation. The fourth and final meeting will be March the 24th. For Columbus, there we go. I eventually got that. Knew it was a C word. The 10-21-2 Columbus Blue Jackets. Just a horrible record for them right now. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They've lost 6 in a row, all in regulation. Away from home, they're a miserable 2-10-1, and Columbus has a -46 as their goal differential. On the other side, you've got the Islanders, 20-14-2. Their last 10 games, they are 4-4-2. And they've won 2 in a row coming into this one. At home, they're 11-6. They have a +18 in goal differential. But remember, they did lose against Arizona about a week ago. And so you've got to watch for those trap games. And this could kind of qualify as that if they weren't divisional opponents. Shouldn't be possible with a divisional opponent. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific start between Chicago and St. Louis. The first meeting was November the 16th. St. Louis won that one 5-2. The third and fourth meetings will be January the 21st as well as March the 30th. Chicago, 8-21-4. Over their last 10, they're 1-9. They lost their last game. That's starting a new losing streak. Away from home, they're 3-9-2. Their goal differential is a negative 50. Yeah, that's a rough one. They've allowed 50 more goals than they've scored, and they've only played 33 games. On the St. Louis front, they're 16-16-3. Their last 10 games, they're 5-3-2. They've lost their last 2 games in extra time. At home, they're 6-7-2. They've got a negative 20 as their goal differential. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific start as well between the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild. The first meeting was December the 4th. Minnesota wins that one in a shootout, 6-5. The other 2 meetings will both be in February on the 8th and the 17th, respectively. Dallas is 21-9-6. Their last 10 games are 7-2-1. They did win their last 2. Away from home, they're 11-5-3. They have a plus 27 in their goal differential. Minnesota's really come on lately. They did get that win over Winnipeg. Now they're trying to beat Dallas. Gets them closer if they do. They're 20-12-2 overall. Their last 10 games, they're 7-3, and they did win that last game over the Jets. They're 11-6-1 at home, and they have a plus 14 in goal differential. So if Minnesota gets the win tonight over Dallas, if they can do that in regulation, that'd put them within, we got 42 here, 48 here, puts them within 4 points. All right. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific start between the Vancouver Canucks and the Winnipeg Jets. The first meeting was December the 17th. Winnipeg won that one 5-1. That was a lopsided game, and the score does not lie. The third meeting between these teams will be January the 8th. Now, since then, Vancouver's been doing well. They're 16-15-3. Their last 10 games are 7-3. They've won 3 in a row. They do tend to like overtime. Bruce Boudreau saying they're starting to believe in themselves. We'll see how far they go. They're 9-6-2 away from home. Their goal differential is a negative 11. On the Winnipeg front, they're 21-13-1. Their last 10 games, they're 4-6. They've lost 3 in a row in regulation. At home, they're 12-6. They have a plus 20 as their goal differential. So, I mean, usually the games between Winnipeg and Vancouver are quite entertaining. We'll see how tonight goes. 9 Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific start between the LA Kings and the Colorado Avalanche. So, again, at 6 o'clock, there's going to be 10 games on at the same time. First of 3 meetings between the Kings and the Avalanche. March the 9th and April the 8th are the other 2 meetings. For LA, they're 20-12-6. Their last 10 games are 6-2-2. They did win their last game. They're 9-7-4 away from home. They have a negative 5 as their goal differential. On Colorado's side, they're 19-12-2. Last 10 games are 6-3-1. They did lose their last game. At home, they're 9-5-2. They have a plus 9 in their goal differential. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific as well as the start time between Toronto and Arizona. This is the second of 2 meetings. They met in Toronto. Arizona won that meeting 4-2 on October the 17th. For Toronto, they're 22-7-6. Their last 10 games are 7-2-1. They've won 3 in a row. Arizona's a good test. Arizona might be below the playoff line, but again, as I've said, if you don't play your best game, Arizona will beat you. Away from home, Toronto's 9-5-3. They have a plus 30 as their goal differential. On the Arizona side, they're 12-16-5. Their last 10 games, they're 5-4-1. They have won 2 in a row. At home, they're 6-3-2. They have a negative 27 as their goal differential. So, as lopsided as this looks, again, if Toronto doesn't bring their A game, we could see an upset in Arizona sweep the season series. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific start between Philadelphia and San Jose, the second and final meeting here. 3-0 win on October the 23rd for San Jose means that gets a Tony the Tiger magnet because it's great when a goalie gets a shutout. Hey. You guys watch every day for this kind of thing. Philadelphia 11-17-7 is the record. Last 10 games, they're 3-5-2. They've lost their last 2 in regulation. Away from home, they're 4-8-6. The Flyers have a negative 29 in goal differential. San Jose 11-19-6 overall. Last 10 games, they're 3-5-2 as well. They lost their last game. That was on the road in Vancouver. At home, they're 4-10-5. So Philly doesn't win on the road. San Jose doesn't win at home. I smell a shootout. Negative 25 is the goal differential for the San Jose Sharks. And since this one starts an hour and a half after any other games get started, 2-3 hours after others, I really hope this is entertaining because it's going to have my undivided attention for a large portion of the evening. So let me know your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.